Good morning and welcome to Beyond the Contracts podcast. I'm your host, Marisa Morrow.
And I'm the co-host, Madison Roden.
And we are coming to you from not only a special location, but we've got a special guest here. We are on the square of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, right here at the courthouse. And our special guest today is Kenneth Barrett. If you have been living under a rock,
right,
you don't know about him. But if you're like everybody else in Rutherford County, you've seen he is running a fantastic campaign for sheriff. So welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
We're
Thank you
so
for having
glad
me.
to have you.
Yes, ma'am.
So Kenneth, start us off. Tell us your background, career, and how we got here.
All right. I started at the Sheriff's Department in 1998. I was 20 years old. My dad started there at the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office in 78. So I was just born at that point. And so it's been part of my life forever. I tell everybody it's put food on my table my whole entire life. And I guess that's probably why I wanted to become a deputy. And I started in the corrections back in the jail at 20 years old and worked there for a little over a year and moved into patrol, got promoted to patrol. And then after that, I moved, maybe a couple years, I moved into narcotics and specialized units, done that, interstate interdiction, K9, crime suppression.
Wow.
And then I worked through the ranks, and now I'm a senior lieutenant on patrol. And all of my years of service is all of us there at the sheriff's office, and I've been in a leadership role since like 06. So 20 years of my career has been a leadership role of some capacity.
You've touched on every department, Yeah.
Yeah, I've touched a lot. Yeah, the SRO division is probably one of the only divisions I've not touched part of.
Yeah.
But I've been part of it as far as leadership and helping them do things there at the schools.
Yeah, and I would assume SRO, that's got to be a special person. Anybody working with children,
oh, absolutely,
or in the medical field is because you see a lot.
You see a lot.
You see a lot, especially in these high schools nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes.
So with that, what inspired you to say, I'm going to run for sheriff?
It's always been a goal of mine. Even as a young guy, before I even started the Sheriff's Department, I would joke and talk about it. My dad worked there, and then just over time, I saw different administrations come in. I picked up good things that they've done and things that I would like to see better. And it's just part of my life, and I always want to see the Sheriff's Department be the best we possibly can be and for the community. And being born and raised here out in Walter Hill area, I love the community, and I think we can always be better, and that's what I want to push us to do. And
absolutely.
I thought I would get my retirement. I almost ran in 2022, and my wife we own Silver Hill Medical Clinic out in Walter Hill, and it was right in the middle of COVID, so she was extremely busy, seeing about 50 to 70 patients a day, and just coming home stressed and working. And we have 2 daughters, so I was really having to take on the load of the family stuff because she was so busy. And we prayed on it, talked about it, and timing wasn't right. So I said, well, I'll probably get my retirement in a couple years and go do something totally different. Then I started receiving phone calls saying, hey, are you going to run for sheriff? And I thought, well, let me and Sandy talk about it. And we did the same thing, talked and prayed on it, and everything it fell into place. It was almost like it was meant to be. And it was a godly thing. And so we moved forward with it. And just anytime we needed somebody, a manager or a social media person or whatever we needed, it would always just fall right into place. And I was like, man, it's meant to be.
And that's the flow.
Yes.
That's, when you're headed in the right direction with that seed that's been planted, those doors open for you.
Yes, definitely.
So tell us real quick about the campaign. Like, where are we at? Who are you up against, and what's going on? Because I know we've had a runoff.
Yes. We had, originally we had to win the Republican primary, so May the 5th was the primary, and I had to beat out 2 opponents in that. So now I am the nominee for the Republican Party, and now I'm running against 2 independents also, and they both work at the Sheriff's Department, and so we're just running like we're behind all the time, and we're staying busy. I thought it would slow down a little bit, but we're actually busier right now than we was in the primary. And so hopefully everybody will come out and vote. Right now, early voting is taking place up to August the 1st, and August the 6th is the actual general election. So a lot of people they don't understand. They think they vote in the primary, they don't have to go back and vote again in the general.
Right.
And that's what we've been really trying to educate everybody to say, hey, you have to come back out and vote.
Yeah, because I don't think people understand that. Because, for example, our mayor now, he's running unopposed, so he's the mayor.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you still have to vote, you know?
Exactly.
And voting's so important, and that's kind of the reason we wanted to talk to you today, is because I feel like when I'm voting for a sheriff, I like that old school sheriff that you feel comfortable that you can talk to. And so from hearing your story and seeing your signs everywhere, and also your campaign, you get to see your face front and center. You're out there talking to people. So is that kind of the mentality you have going into sheriff? You want to be that kind of person that people can lean on? And
Yes, ma'am. I feel as sheriff, you got to be approachable,
Yeah.
and to the agency, to the community, and all the citizens. You know, you have to listen and see what they need, and
Yeah.
keep your eyes and ears open at all time, and then just lead from the front and let your people know what you expect out of them, and set the expectations and move forward. And I think that's one thing that I've been good at in my career. It's really helped me out. Is I try to listen to everybody and talk to people, and it's helped me in my campaign.
Yeah.
And as far as the campaign goes, just like being the sheriff, you got to build a good team.
Yeah.
People that you can trust, people who's going to work just as hard as you are, and they got to know what your expectations are and your standards. And you know, we didn't get negative at any point during our campaign. We stayed positive, and that's one thing I told my team. We would not respond to any type of negativity. We're
Right.
going to stay positive, and that's what we're going to do at the sheriff's department also.
As you should. I mean, I see that even within our, the United States, we need to do better about humanity and, treating others how we'd like to be treated. But also, I want to let people know, and I want you to answer this, when we're voting for you, what's your first thing that you want to do as sheriff if you do win? When you win.
Win.
When you win. When you win.
We have struggled with retaining deputies for years, and that's what I really want to dig into and have the team really look into seeing what we have to do to start retaining people. And a lot of it is building that culture
Yeah.
with the sheriff's department, and letting the deputies know that they can trust us and we're going to be there for them, and letting the community know that they can trust us and we're going to be there for them also.
Mm-hmm.
So just building that culture and figuring out the best way we can start retaining deputies better. And it's not always money. A lot of it is just that positive professional culture
Absolutely.
that you putting out there to them. And guys will come and work for you for a little less money, but we also have to work with that too. And we got to figure out a way to build a relationship with our county commissioners and our mayors to say, hey, y'all have to respect and value the deputies because they're a county employee just as much as I do
Yeah.
as sheriff.
Because I think it gets lost that people don't realize how serious their job is. They're putting their lives on the line.
Right.
Which leads me to my next point. Me and Marisa see it all the time in real estate. We have so many people moving here. I think crime rate has gone up just by seeing, and I don't want
The
to
flush of people. Yeah.
absolutely. So what are we going to do about that?
Anytime I think the population grows, you put more people here, yes, the crime
It's gonna
rate's
go
going to go. And you just got to deal with that with your law enforcement, whether it's Murfreesboro Police Department or us or Highway Patrol. You got to put more officers on the street, more deputies on the street to combat what's taking place. We do a really good job in Rutherford County just getting out into the public and really enforcing the laws that take place. Our traffic issues are huge, and that's
Yes.
what we're trying to do right now is build a traffic unit where we can be out. You gotta be seen.
Right.
You've got to be out stopping cars. I'm not all about writing $300 tickets all day long, but you do have to make a stance and say, hey, we got to slow down. COVID changed a lot in law enforcement, and police officers also. They were scared that they was going to get it and get sick, and nobody wanted to. So everybody kind of backed off a little bit, and the roads was a little more open with people working from home, and people just started driving the way they want. You get in a routine doing that, and that becomes a habit. Now it's time to say, okay, let's back off, let's slow down, let's drive right, and hopefully we can knock down on some of the crashes and some of our driving habits we have.
Please do, because I just got don't get me, I'm not making it about me. No insurance, no driver's license. In my opinion, his car should have been towed away from me, but no, he got to drive on away.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It
is what it is. I'll just call you next time.
Yeah.
So on your campaign, two
Yes,
things I
ma'am.
want to
Yes.
say. So I'm out. I'm the network girl. I'm out at different things every week, several times a week.
You are. Yes, ma'am, you are.
I see Kenneth Barrett.
Yeah.
I see people talking to him. I see he's not over there in the corner. He is out there. He's the face of his campaign, and he is doing I think you're doing a great job
Thank you so much.
getting out and talking. The second point I want to make is that our job as podcasters is to, as I'm networking, talk to the deputies, the people who are on payroll, and there is a good buzz about you.
Yeah,
I will say there is a good buzz, and they are excited.
Yes.
So get out and vote. We really need that.
Yeah.
To make sure.
We both have people that we want on the podcast, and we're starting this from the ground up. And she said, "Who's your person? Like,
Who's your get?"
You were mine.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I've never met you, and I feel like I've known you for years. So,
But
I'm
that
so
speaks on
excited.
his campaign as well. That
Absolutely.
she's out seeing everything.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so I
definitely.
mean,
Well, thank y'all for having me. It's
Yeah.
awesome, and that's way everybody's like, man, you have outworked everybody, and
You
now they talk
have.
about the campaign and how it's run, and it goes back into my team. You know, we would meet, we'd put our heads, our brains together, and we'd be thinking about what we could do next, what we would like to see out of a different campaign to put yourself out there. And definitely, everybody says you're gonna get put in an uncomfortable position. That I have been in an uncomfortable position for 18 months now. So yes, it's
well, you started before everybody else.
Yes, we did.
Too.
Yes,
and I know that you and your team are the ones out there hitting it, because again, I'm out seeing, and I can only say at 2 other events have I seen the other candidates. So that speaks on how you want to be a part of the community, like what you were talking about, and bringing all of that together.
Yeah,
that's huge.
It is. It's big, and I think as a sheriff, you have to be out in the community to listen and hear and see what they need in there, and people will come up to you more when you're not in an official capacity and let you know things that's taking place, and that's what our deputies and police officers need to know too. A lot of people only see us as law enforcement people whenever we're there for an incident. That could be the worst day of this person's life.
Yes, absolutely.
And we got to start doing more of the community-oriented policing. I know at the sheriff's department, that's what we're going to do, to see people when it's just normal, when everything's calm, when nothing bad's taking place, whether it's at a ball game or in an event or whatever, to stop and walk through and shake hands and meet people.
Right, absolutely, 1000%. So we are absolutely thrilled that you've been with us today. Is there any big points that you want to make before we go? Because we're going to spread this one around, and it's gonna be a good one.
Well, I think the main thing is, like y'all brought up earlier, just to finish off, I would love to ask everybody in Rutherford County for their vote, and I will work as hard as your sheriff as I have in this campaign. Early voting ends. It's going on right now. It ends August the 1st, and then August the 6th is the actual general. So I would love to have your vote and your support. We're going to have a watch party at Hot Springs. It's going to be the GOP's joining us, 99.7 radio station joining us, in WGNS. So
nice.
Follow us on social media. We just hit 4,000 followers yesterday, and that was our goal before the general. And so we met that, and just please come out and vote, and just do your part. Thank you.
Yeah, do your part as citizens of this great county. We ask for you to like and share this podcast, if anything, and make sure you go and like his page, and we appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.